Hey guys, it's Nova Joe, and it's an exciting day because I've got some new information on Earth Defense Force 6 and Earth Defense Force World Brothers. Recently, for those of you who don't know, they had the Tokyo Game Show 2020, and Earth Defense Force 6 and World Brothers were both shown off at the game show, and new information has been given. Right here I'm on IGN. I'm not a big fan of IGN, but they did have both videos as well as some information from the producer of the game. So I'm going to read through some of this so that you guys can get the information you need, and we can learn a bit more about what's going on with our favorite franchise. Alright. During a special live stream during the Tokyo Game Show, D3 publisher Nobuyuki Okajima outlined what to expect from the upcoming World Brothers and also gave a brief look at EDF 6. Now, this is some good information for those of you who are planning on importing. World Brothers will be released in Japan on December 24th of this year. So, unfortunately, you won't have it before Christmas, but you can order it the day before Christmas. Providing you don't have the ability to download it to a Japanese console or Japanese account. So it's going to be released for the PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. Sorry, Xbox owners, but once again, no EDF love for you guys. Anyway, sorry guys, I'm recording this off of my Xbox, which seems to be the best way to do it for me. And today it's kind of fighting with me. Seems IGN's not a big fan of my Xbox. So, anyway. Excuse me. In a departure from past EDF games, which had semi-realistic giant insects attacking the planet, Earth Defense Force World Brothers is entirely made of voxels, but that's nothing new to us. We all know that it is square-shaped in general, kind of looks Minecraftian in nature, but he goes into more detail explaining exactly what to expect. So, let's go on down here, and we're going to watch the video of it too. Okajima played through the game's tutorial level live on the stream, which we're going to watch below here, where a gruff military commander on screen explained the above backstory and charged the player with becoming an EDF commander and building their own squad to fight the invaders and rescue what's left of the Earth. So his default soldier was a ranger, but after shooting some ants in Manhattan, he found a wing diver unconscious on the ground. Rescuing fallen allies adds to your squad, so that's pretty cool. So I have a feeling, guys, that as we play through this game, there's going to be the potential for us to even overlook characters. So it's going to kind of be like hunting a bit, going and looking for it. You remember Iron Rain, where you had to go find those little droids that were hidden around to get some extra stuff. Maybe we've got some characters hidden around in the environment in certain buildings and things like that, and we can go find them. That'd be cool. Adds to the replay value. Now, players can have up to 4 soldiers in their party and switch between them instantly with the D-pad. So from hearing this, what I'm taking from this is that this is how our weapons are going to work. So, from my understanding, each character has a weapon, one weapon. So you kind of get to pick 4 different weapons, and as well as each character has their own ability. So like you got the wing diver, she can fly. You got the ranger, he can roll. But they each have different weapons and each have different abilities. So you're going to be able to, looks to me like, have 4 different weapons with you with each playthrough, as well as different abilities based on the character in conjunction with the weapon that you pick. So, Earth Defense Force World Brothers will include over 100 different characters, including a variety of fighters from past EDF games such as jet lifters, air raiders, fencers. We know all that because we also know they're coming from numerous different games in the series. But this is kind of interesting. Given the theme of the new game, there will also be a variety of new brothers and sisters based on cultures from around the globe. And we've had a taste of that in some of the screenshots. When they say cultures, they're including the cowboy brother with a 6-shooter, a pharaoh sister carrying an ankh, and a masked El Dorado brother from South America. Every character in Earth Defense Force World Brothers has their own ability mapped to the L2 button on PS4. For the ranger, it's a dodge roll with a brief cooldown timer. So that's kind of unique to me, that the ranger, his special ability is a dodge roll. Whereas before, rolling was just part of his repertoire. Now it's a special ability with a brief cooldown. Now I know some of the other characters, well, all the other characters could not roll in the other games, but it wasn't really, I guess maybe to some it was a special ability, but it didn't have a cooldown timer. So basically you're going to roll, and then you're not going to be able to roll again until the timer ticks down. That's kind of different, but I'm not going to pitch a fit about it until I actually see it in action. It might actually be interesting. For the wing diver, it's a jetpack that allows limited flight. Given that the Earth is in pieces, it is possible to fall off the edges. We saw that in some of the screenshots in that little trailer. You can fall right off the edges. So Okajima recommended always including at least one flyer in your party to avoid plummeting into space. So I guess if you're falling off the edge of the map, all you got to do is just push the direction on your D-pad where your wing diver is, or pale wing, and you can fly real quick to avoid plummeting. So I'm guessing there's going to be a few second delay before the death screen appears, giving you a chance to change over to the correct class and then fly away. And next up, Okajima showed how multiplayer works in Earth Defense Force World Brothers. So online, we're going to get our four people, just like we've always had. Now this is neat. So when you're playing online with 4 different people, those 4 people have a squad of 4 people. So technically, you can have 16 different characters at your disposal, 4 for each player, to go through these battles with. So that's pretty neat. That really brings a whole lot of different weapons into each battle. And so, like it says, 4 people at once, each controlling their own squad. Now this is cool for PlayStation 4 owners because offline split screen plays for 2 players, which is great. So you're going to get your 2-player split screen on the PlayStation 4. The sad thing is, for Switch players, that you are going to have 2 consoles and 2 copies of the game to team up with friends. I guess that's to play locally. So I guess online we'll still have 4 players. I'm guessing. It doesn't say that here. But it says, Switch players must each have their own console and copy of the game to team up with friends. So it's kind of leaving me to wonder if there even is online for the Switch. It might just be that it's local only and you have to have 2 Switches and 2 copies of the game. But then again, maybe they're saying as a whole that online play support for up to 4 people is included for both the PlayStation 4 and Switch. It's not completely clear here to me, so I'm going to assume that you do get online for the Switch, but you don't get split screen. So, unfortunately, split screen owners, you're not going to get split screen owners, Switch owners, you're not going to get the split screen that the PlayStation 4 owners are going to get. That's a bummer. However, you're still getting Earth Defense Force, and that's great. It's about time that Switch got something Earth Defense Force related. I mean, with the massive installed user base, I can't believe that they haven't ported over some of the older EDF titles to Switch. I would have bought them again just to have them on Switch to play. But anyway, I digress. In Japan, they're going to have a special double enlistment pack for Switch, which will be sold in Japan, bundling 2 copies of the game at a discounted price. Oh, let me rephrase this. Slight discounted price. So, in Japan, Switch owners are going to be able to buy 2 copies at once at a discount. But I don't know if they're going to do that here or not in the States, but that's pretty much it for that. So, with the boxy visuals, they're clearly reminiscent of Minecraft. Earth Defense Force World Brothers is a kid-friendly version of the 17-year-old bug-shooting franchise. With that history in mind, Okajima hopes that World Brothers can be a game that is both welcoming to beginners and nostalgic for established fans. He pointed out that people who grew up with EDF might be parents by now and suggested that playing World Brothers together could be a family activity, which I can tell you it is definitely going to be a family activity for me and for my son and daughter. Because I am going to, we have 2 Switches, so I'm going to buy 2 copies of the game, and we're going to play this on Switch, just because my son is so familiar with the Switch. But I'm also going to get it on the PlayStation 4 as well, so I'll be able to give a good overview of both. So in Japan, it is rated B, making it ideal for 12 years old and above. Alright, now, the stream ended with a brief discussion of Earth Defense Force 6. Well, before I get into Earth Defense Force 6, well, looks like I already Did I click on it? Alright, anyway, we'll get back to the video here in just a second. But before I start talking about EDF 6, we're going to go and take a look at the video for World Brothers. Alright, this is World Brothers. I think it's a 12-minute video. This is going to be a long video for us too, guys, but this is a massive, massive bit of information on both games, so hope you enjoy.
君は知っているか？宇宙より迫る侵略者からこの青い地球を守っている勇敢な戦士たち、地球防衛軍、通称 EDF をプライマーやフォーリナー、そしてインベーダー、次々に現れた侵略者を EDF は
This is my first time seeing this video. There's that dodge roll.
そして今再び地球に魔の手が迫ってきた。その名はダークレジオン。ダークレジオンは侵略者たち6隻のマザーシップと共に襲来し、地球に攻撃を開始した。もちろん EDF は必死に戦った。しかしマザーシップの一斉攻撃で地球はバラバラにされてしまったのだ。陸路が断たれ、物資や食料の支援も行き届かず、国家も政府も我々 EDF も
This is going to be right up my kids' alley. They're going to love the aesthetics.
今絶望の淵に立たされている。だが我々にはまだ希望が残されている。それが君だ。君を新しい EDF のコマンダーに任命しよう。各地で孤立奮戦を続ける EDF の仲間ブラザーを集め、最強のチームを作るのだ。そして我々 EDF はダークレジオンに反撃を開始する。
これはチュートリアル的にですね、このゲームのシステムをいろいろ教えてくれるミッションですので、ぜひご注目してください。
における基本的な説明を。巨大生物の反応です。
あ、来た来た。
こんな時に
今は一人なんですね。はい、今は一人ですね。完全にこんな形でですね、敵が登場してきますので、攻撃して倒していきます。
コマンダー、今チームに参加しているブラザーは特戦歩兵レンジャーです。彼は火器の扱いに長けた戦闘のエキスパートです。
俺は全地球防衛機構軍 EDF レンジャーの大地守だ。よろしくな。陸上戦なら任せてくれ。
戦闘を指揮し巨大生物を殲滅してください。
I wonder what those numbers are, if that's damage numbers or if it's like points. Because if you notice, when he hits them in one spot, it's a different value, but if he hits them in another spot, it's a like higher. Like there's 170, 194, 170, 178, 194. So do they have weak spots on them? Certain spots that do more damage than others? That'd be pretty interesting. Hey, we do get guts on the side of buildings and stuff, so they kept that from 5.
この面はクリアということ。あ、でもなんか新しい情報が。
しかしレンジャー1名だけではチームと呼べませんね。
お、レーダー上に何か映りましたよ。
ピンク色のびっくりマークが出てきますね。右上のマップ上に。ここに
There's our wing diver.
この見かけでね、キャラクターどの陛下かすぐ分かる方もいらっしゃるんじゃないでしょうか。
ブラザーの位置はレーダーを確認してください。
あ、今ちょっとコメントでアイテムドロップを見かけなかったみたいなことがあるんですけど、ゆくゆく出てくるんですよね、ドロップ。
アイテムドロップ、先ほど体力回復等は出てました。
出てましたよ。
はい。こんな感じでですね、各地のEDF 隊員たちがですね、 助けを待ってますので、こうやって近づいていって見つけたら救出してあげましょう。
丸ボタンでエネルギーを、
そうしますと、これがですね EDF4 のウィングダイバーなんですけども、
発見したブラザーはチームに空席があれば即座に参加します。
これ今入りましたね、キャラクター左下にキャラクターが今2人になったと。
ブラザーのチェンジを行ってみましょう。
はい、そういうことです。今2人に4人まで出撃できるシステムなんですけれども、空欄があればそこには助けたキャラクターはすぐに仲間になると。じゃあ切り替えてみましょうか。こんな形で切り替えて、はい、こんな感じで。
Okay, so there's no delay between the transition. Okay, there's no cooldown on it either. It looks like. That's good. All right, there's her flight power.
こんな形で。
なるほど。
Okay,
飛び
that's
飛べる
cool.
キャラクターで飛んで、
はい。
飛んで高い
Wasn't
と
a
ころ
very
に上が
long
った段階
flight
で切
time,
り
but
替え
it
る。
was
ということで、
こと
acceptable.
ができます。
じゃあレンジャーになって上から撃ちまくる。
Maybe certain ones fly longer. Who knows?
敵が出てきましたけども、例えばこういったところにですね。
撃ちやすいところに移動
That
して。
that definitely has a 4.1 feel to it with the flight. So that's cool.
面白い。この辺今までになかったなんか戦略が使えそうですね。
That's not a bad amount of enemies on the screen. I heard a lot of people saying there's not going to be many, and there's not as many as the mainline series, but that's quite a few. That's not bad.
画面をやっぱ全画面にしていただかないとはい、大事な情報が見えなかったりするんです。
Oh, okay. And if you noticed, each one has their own health. So if you're getting low on health in one, switch to another character. So basically, you have like 4 health bars you can use.
ちょっと外れたかも。すみません、当たらなかった。
なるほど。でも今かなり。
What did he just shoot?
それはエネルギーが溜まったらできるってことですか？
そうですね。はい。
This is looking sweet. This is looking pretty sweet.
やってみますね。
Uh-oh, she's in bad shape. Oh, you got super attacks?
体力が
I had no idea there was like super attacks in this game.
という今のガイ
That's already a cool little change. It's neat.
もう今レンジャーが倒してくれた。
I'm already getting excited for this.
こんな光景。
なるほど。
君に改めて命ずる。分断された各地で戦闘を続けるブラザーを集め、ダークレジオンに反撃を開始。総員出撃。地球を守れ。EDF。
でもね、
Yeah, she can fly for a good time. Okay, good amount of time.
このビジュアルですごい綺麗な世界観ができてますよね。これニューヨークですかね。世界各国の街並みがこんな感じで作られてるんですかね。
はい。ということで、これがチュートリアルのいわゆるゼロ面的なものなんですけれども、まあ、こんな形で
今2人になりました。
2人に増えまして、
でこれからどんどん増やしてい
く。I can't read Japanese, but
仲間を助けて増やしていけると。
ブラザーゲットということで、まあ EDF。
I don't know what any of that's saying. So
レーザーランスという武器とともにアクセサリー。
So do you level up?
持ってますね、この子ね。こういうアクセサリー。
Because I noticed on that previous screen it said like +2, +5. Is that armor boxes? I was so much watching the gameplay I didn't pay attention to the boxes. I know I saw the white health box, but was that red one a health or was it also armor? Oh, I didn't pay enough attention. And look up there at her name, EDF4 Alpha. So there's probably going to be several different versions of the EDF4 Wing Diver.
これ2チームだとこんな感じで青いからそうなんですよね。
いいですね。
All right, here we go. A little split screen action. Good to see. See how the frame rate will do. Obviously PS4.
僕ですね。もううじゃうじゃいるんで打ちまくります。
EDF1 の陸戦兵を使っているのが私です。この形でどんどんキャラクター切り替えできますので。
Oh, this is cool.
キャラクター1人につき1個しか装備してませんので、その代わりキャラクターをどんどん入れ替えて、入れ替えてる間もリロードは
飛びキャラに今
I can already see this being a game that me and my son will have memories about years down the road when he's older. Saying, Dad, you remember we played that EDF game back when I was a kid? Yeah, I remember that. It'll be a good time, good memory. This is going to be one of those games that 20 years from now, he's going to remember playing with his old dad here.
それもありましたね、昔もね。気をつけてください。結構ちょっと飛ぼうかな。これで飛んで。
Okay, I'm not noticing the buildings collapsing, but probably not if it's going to be small little square worlds. You'll probably be able to destroy the whole set of buildings in no time. But man, those special effects are pretty intense.
高いところに登ってレンジャーに切り替えて高いところにいる子を撃ちまくってます。リロードの時はあれですね、ちょっと
That is just cool. That is so cool.
リロードになったらもう切り替えるっていうのがこのゲームの出方になると思います。
気持ちいいなこれ。
They've seriously put some effort into this.
重要なことをお話しするの忘れてました。
Make it the best it can be on it. This is going to be so much fun on the Switch.
ステージの端っこはですね、切り取られた断崖絶壁に
ああ、なるほど。
そこを落ちると宇宙空間ですので。
ああ、さっき動画であったあれ。
Alright, what's that exclamation
な
mark?
るほど。端っこまで行かないよ
What
う
we
に。
got? Hidden character?
私が端まで行って
Go to the left.
具合をお見せしようと思います。こんな感じで。
Please.
こんな感じです。
There are several
こ
exclamation
れポロ
marks.
ッと落ちると大変なんですけど、落ちてみましょう。
あ
落ちるとですね。
Okay, he's falling off the edge. Oh, I thought he was going to show us flipping his wing diver or something. Okay, but then you just fall back on and you've lost some health.
あ、やりました。はい、じゃあ僕その間にもう一回落ちてみますけど。
またうじゃうじゃ来た。
来ましたか。
ウェーブが来ました。
落ちてもですね、飛べる
Oh, okay, yep, just like
落
suspected.
ちてる途中にパッと切り替えれば間に合ったりも。
自分ちょっとね、飛べる。
And I love the fact that they don't just
必ず一人チームに入れておいた方が。
instantly disappear, but like actually blow apart. Now I know they do disappear, but I like how they blow apart and stuff. It just I like the particle effects.
また出てきました。
Just adds to it.
自分で自分を助ける。
Man, what kind of attack is that? That's just
自分のチームは助けられます。もし自分がプレイしていて、戦闘不能になったら他のキャラクターに切り替えて、
なるほどなるほど。
キャラクターを救いに行くというようなこと。
Okay, white boxes. That's health.
なるほど。
What is that yellow box?
範囲攻撃もう一回やります。
Got a flame on the side of it.
ただ時間が
Okay.
来てしまいま
Let
し
a
て、
flame on it.
ちょっと最後までできなくて残念ですけれども。
なんていうのかな。
Okay. All right, guys. That was World Brothers. What do y'all think of that? I really liked what I saw. It looked really, really cool. I mean, it looks like they've really tried. They didn't just try to make a little cheap and chintzy EDF game so they could just shove it onto the Switch and make some moolah from it. They actually made a EDF game that it has some substance to it from the looks of it. I mean, it has some awesome looking attacks, and the particle effects are there for obviously Minecraft particle effects, and you've got the splatter, the gut splatter, so you got some texture mapping there for gut splatters. The bugs are blown in half. You can even see like a vivisection of the ant a second before it disappears, but it's cool. That is so cool. And having 4 different characters at your disposal, each with a weapon, so 4 weapons, and then each character having an ability, flying, rolling, and who knows what like the air raider or fencer characters have for their abilities. But that is cool. That is cool. There's a lot to learn about it. I'm not sure exactly what the progression system is like in the game. But obviously you find characters laying around and go get them. But okay, that is EDF World Brothers. Let's go ahead and see what they have to offer us regarding Earth Defense Force 6. The stream ended with a brief discussion of Earth Defense Force 6, the next proper sequel in the series, which is slated for 2021. Early screenshots were shown, which you can see above, and Okajima explained that EDF 6 will take place 3 years after the events of EDF 5, which came out for Steam and PlayStation 4 and 17. Civilization has almost entirely collapsed and the human race is near extinction. There are so few people left that anyone can be a member of the EDF, not just soldiers. That is cool. I like that. So they're basically going to be incorporating anybody and their brother. I mean, you're going to have a plumber out there. and you're going to have a carpenter out there and a housewife out there, and just that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. After the official Tokyo Game TGS presentation ended, Okajima appeared on a segment of D3 Publishers' own live stream. You can't watch it; it's marked private. I just tried to show actual gameplay footage of Earth Defense Force 6. While no platforms for EDF6 have been announced, obviously, it says here he's playing a DualShock 4 controller, so it's definitely coming out for PlayStation 4, and I would say they would be silly not to come out with it for PS5. On screen, the Earth was indeed in total ruin. Basically, they're going to go ahead and talk about the video. So I'm going to show you the video, and if needs be, we'll go ahead and read through this some and discuss it a bit more. Alright, let's go ahead and check out the video of Earth Defense Force 6. Alright guys, gotta give my PlayStation a second here to load up the visuals. There we go. Or my Xbox. Alright, we got some guerrilla soldiers here, not your typical EDF fare. Just wearing camo fatigues.
絶望の未来の中を、戦う兵士たちの物語が描かれてまいります。
あの後だね、銀色があれしてこれした後だね。
そうですね。ちょっと言っちゃ
Man, that is one dilapidated world. Look at that.
一般人も参加してるからね。はい。あの時
big old crater hole there on the right.
なんでしょう。本物じゃなさそうな感じですね。
Got our colonists back again. I don't mind the muted colors. It definitely gives off a feeling of bleakness and despair, which obviously the people would have felt at that time with their city just absolutely destroyed.
Yes, てっちゃんうるさいな。
そうですね。はい。でも読んでくれると皆さんは画面に集中できるかもしれません。じゃあ行きますよ。はい。
あ、いたよ。
まずグラントね。はい。
不法侵入者を撃て。
Yeah, this is definitely an early build. Those textures are pretty low compared to like EDF5, but they still got a ways to go before this is done.
とりあえずミニオンバスターで。
ここは俺たちの街だ。そうだそうだ。市民の安全と生活を守る、それが使命だ。その通りだ。大佐がすごい頑張ってますね。エイリアンともめ、プライマーと一緒に帰るべきだったな。小島さん、大佐どっかにいるんだね。
大佐というのがいます。大佐がですね、どこにいるかはちょっと
もうどっか行った。
どっか大佐というのがいます。この大佐というのはですね、まあ前の戦争をどういう形で過ごしてきたのかわかりませんが、まあ大佐として今はこの部隊を率いているという状態ですね。
一緒に戦ってるんですね。このケロニストたちも少し前と違いますね。
そうですね。まあこのプレイヤーのキャラクターの姿もですね、いわゆるまあレンジャーはレンジャーだろうというのは分かりますけれども、だけど
まあ背中に背負ってるバッグが違いますよね。
ピカピカしてる感じじゃないですね。非常になんでしょう、荒廃したというか綺麗じゃない。
わかります。
寂れた感じの。
まあ敵味方両方ともね、多分補給されない世界で3年間いたんでしょうから。
I wonder if they're going to keep the armor grind about the same, where it took like 2 boxes to go up 1 point for the ranger. I wonder if it's going to be like that.
もともと壊れてしまっているこの街並みですが、
このもともと壊れている街ですけれども、もちろん。
Sorry guys for the resolution. It's just struggling. Okay, well at least the rubble can be turned to rubble. That's cool.
唯一立ってるやつもこんな感じで。
あんた悪魔ですよ。
We still have the total destruction that we've had in previous games. I expected that. I didn't expect that to disappear.
そうですね。でもこれ壊すしかないじゃんどうせ。
そうだけど。
はい。何も言いませんが。ね、違いが分かっていただけましたでしょうか。はい。はい。ということでちょっと続きをちゃんとやっていきたいと思います。
お願いします。
はい。この向こう側に敵がいますね。
はい。おなじみ右上にレーダーが見えますね。赤く動いてる。
I hope he shows how the classes are going to work in this.
こうですね、
I doubt it though, but
なんか結構嫌な動きしま
because
す。
I'd like.
すごく
いや
待ってる。
いやでも前のね5でも
そうですねこ
ビ
れは
ルに隠れてるっていうのあったんで、
こんなにぴったりへばりついて待っててくれるんだね。
うん
はい、これで今敵を一掃いたしました。
クリアですかね。
戦闘にはなれない。
プ
何
ロフェッサー
度やっても。
という方がいますね。
プロフェッサー。
はい、これプロフェッサーという方はですね、
科学者
この方なんですけれども
武、器は作るが撃つのはうまくない。
まあそういう人まで銃を持って戦闘に駆り出されているという
だって私服だよあの人。
これだって弁護士でしょ。なんかさっきの会話にお前は弁護士だろうっていうのがあったじゃない。
Yeah, I guess this level just has colonists on. I guess that's it.
ね、メガネして、
うん。
ベストみたい
Look
な。
how the colonists are walking. They even look depressed.
敵が現れてますので、そちらに行きたいと思います。まだ気づかれてないですね。気づかれてないです。
気づかれてません。
はい
後ろ姿をこ
We've been left
な
behind.
状態で歩いています。
Nobody loves us.
行きたいと思います。
はい、実機あと
Somebody
3分
come
ほどにな
kill
ります。
me.
皆さんかなりレアな映像をご覧いただいてますが、あと3分ほどなので目を皿のようにして見てやってください。
Your wish is granted, big guy.
すごいなぁ。
おー動いてる。やっぱり基本足から行くよね。
そうですね。
はい、このフィールドではコロニストたちがうようよいますね。
もうこういう時にね、
We definitely got a lot more stuff to hop over and around.
ミサイル使って
There's rubble everywhere.
一匹ずつこう狙い撃ちす
At
る
least on
と
this
起動
level.
しなくていいんだよね。
そう言ったら
ただ
楽に
ゲーム
倒せ、
的には面白くないんだけど。
まあ楽に倒せます
う
よね。
ん。
あーパクパクしています。
このねミニオンバスター系がねちょっとね敵が多いと自分にもダメージ
I
が
look like a bank teller there shooting a gun.
結構難しい武器なんだよね。
今ミニオンバスターを使っていますが、
はい
実際地球ボーイ6にミニオンバスターが入ってくるかどうかっていうのはまだ
あ、そうなんだ。
ねまだお約束できる
武器
ところではありま
も
せんので
全部
はい。
なんです
ですからもう
ね。
完全に
は
非常に開発途中の
はい
テスト版ですね。
レアなものを見ていただいているというふうにお考えください。
はい。なのでこれは実際のプレイ映像かというとまだちょっと変わっていく可能
はい、もちろん、
性が。
なるほどね
地球防衛軍6のリリースは2021年、来年です。
She hasn't shown him running
早い
yet.
段階の来年では
Unless I missed it.
おそらく、年末に
そうですね
近い
I wonder if he can run.
私からするとですね、来年出れば、
まあ御の字。
とまあ
2021年予定。
はい。
So obviously, from what we're seeing here, this is kind of what we expected. It is
予定を見て。
running off the same engine that they used for EDF 4.1 and EDF 5, and just tinkering with it, adding some things, and hopefully not taking anything away. Where'd he go? Went right through the building.
見ていただいてですね、ご期待いただければと。
Still has the weapon scarring like what we saw in 5,
アイテムは相変わらず。
and still got the same textures on the
はい。
health and armor pickups.
困
So
った状況の方もいらっしゃ
So,
るかもしれません。
as of right now, I mean, obviously this is the same engine. Definitely the same engine.
期待できるぞってなると
But that's not a problem because the engine was good to begin with, so don't need to change it. Just hope they add some cool stuff to it. I just hope they
そうなってい
add some
私も
fresh experiences.
全ても幸せな気分になります。
みんなで
I would love to see the AI
不思議な状態だね
get inside vehicles and like man the machine guns and stuff on vehicles. That would be really cool.
イエーイ
金星のかけらもないやつらめって聞きましたね最後に。
はい。
All right, now go down here further and tell you. I mean, obviously, what they're talking about here. They're just telling you basically what we saw. Okajima showed that using a rocket launcher can demolish whatever's left of the scenery, so that aliens couldn't hide for long. Same as previous games. Now here's some information you're going to want to know. When asked about the release date of EDF 6, here we go. Okajima said that the game is still in development and expressed his hope that it would be finished in 2021. However, he warned that it would not be early in the year and might be closer to New Year's. So it's very possible that this game will not even hit in 2021. And you know what? I'm cool with that. I am absolutely cool with that because I want them to put as much work in to this game as possible. If this was EA, they'd have it coming out in 6 months and be broken and then just patching the heck out of it as time goes by. But not with D3. Not with Sandlot. These guys, they want to give you a solid game from the beginning. And that looks like that's what they're going to do. They are working on this game, going to try to have it finished in 2021. But like he said, it's probably going to be closer to the new year. So for right now, just expect it probably in the first quarter of 2022. So, that just gives us more time to gather some information and enjoy some World Brothers, because that's going to be coming out before too much longer. All right, guys, tell me in the comments below what you're thinking. What do you think of these two videos? What do you think of World Brothers as well as EDF 6? What are your hopes? What do you want to see happen? All right, guys, stay tuned. There's going to be more videos to come as they trickle it out to us. So, as always, guys, take care. God bless, and keep on gaming. Be back soon with more EDF content.